It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Dolphins and the football team.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports from the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. To throw on second down. Swan. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. On third down. Snow. Oh, fighting off the defender. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Looking to throw. Swan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
From the 29, Davis. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
He really did that. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Swan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Davis now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 23 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Davis. Throw left side, complete. That's Hunt. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Let's go!
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 108 yards.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
Looking to throw on second down. Swan, he's going to air one out. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Washington.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Snow. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Miami set to take over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Muscles him off. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Davis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Shoves him away. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. From the gun. Davis. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Davis firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Davis. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to 4. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now a handoff as they run left side. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
Yeah, this was just really well done on 3rd down because he doesn't have a lot of time to analyze things. He's got to make a snap decision and go. And his decision there, right on. He rocketed in and made the play.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense.
And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Looking to throw. Davis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Davis. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings him 3rd down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Davis. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Swan. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Swan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'll run with Hunt on second down.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Davis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Now a dump off here complete.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Davis now throwing on first down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Davis.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Open man here, Sims, complete.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Jets who are out in front in that one. The Jets hoping to get into the win column for the first time this year as they play in front of their home crowd. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. The Steelers were losers a week ago, so they get the much-needed win at home in Week 2. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. The Eagles using that home crowd to get the victory there after the loss on opening weekend. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. So now on comes the Dolphins offense as they'll try and go for 2 here. Here's Davis. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Now they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught here by Griffin.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Washington going to send out their punter,
as he'll come on to kick this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. From the 25 on 2nd down, Davis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Swan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. Swan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches,
don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Davis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Davis on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now Davis from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's a pickup of 40. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on 2nd down, Swan. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Swan steps away to his left, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. On 1st down, Swan. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Back to throw. Swan. And he's going to go down again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Washington on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Swan. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Escapes the defender. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Powerful running. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 31, Davis eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, Hunt. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Hunt. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Swan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And running with power here. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Brings up second and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davis. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up the second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Davis. The throw taken in by Sims. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Davis now from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9, Davis. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Here's Davis throwing after the interception. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Davis on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And that's complete. It's Sims. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now Davis throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Snow. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they will take a knee here.
Washington going to send out their punter.
He's been terrific so far. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,